Once your staffless engine passes the 5-figure monthly baseline and your capital is securely routed across international jurisdictions, you trigger a completely new layer of systemic friction: legal overhead. Traditional corporate structures try to slow your growth through endless non-disclosure agreements, complex client service contracts, and aggressive regulatory text designed to keep you paying thousands to traditional law firms. The traditional legal system was engineered to be intentionally complex. It uses an archaic vocabulary and recursive clause patterns to force dependency. Traditional entrepreneurs spend 80% of their operational scale speed waiting for manual attorney reviews and contract redlines. To maintain exponential velocity, you must replace human billable hours with computational precision. In this chapter of our automation architecture matrix, I am going to expose the exact framework to build an autonomous AI legal auditor. A private cloud infrastructure engineered to scan corporate contracts, identify hidden operational liabilities, and rewrite terms in seconds for less than a penny per page. Subscribe, lock your secure connection, and let's automate the boardroom. Think about the traditional workflow. A B2B enterprise client sends you a customized licensing agreement to sign. You have two options: gamble your operational security by signing a document you don't fully comprehend, or pause your execution for 3 business days while an attorney charges you $400 an hour to read text that a neural network can analyze in milliseconds. Our staffless legal infrastructure operates through structured data pipelines. We deploy a multi-agent workflow inside make.com. The minute an enterprise contract enters your secure email or cloud storage, Node 1 strips the metadata and pushes the raw text into a specialized vector database trained exclusively on non-resident corporate laws and international service structures. Our staffless legal infrastructure operates through structured data pipelines. We deploy a multi-agent workflow inside make.com. The minute an enterprise contract enters your secure email or cloud storage, Node 1 strips the metadata and pushes the raw text into a specialized vector database trained exclusively on non-resident corporate laws and international service structures. We do not use standard conversational chat models to audit corporate assets. We connect the data pipeline to a specialized instance of the Claude 3.5 Sonnet API via private tokens. We inject a precise system prompt, act as an elite corporate risk allocator, scan the incoming document exclusively for hidden indemnification traps, strict termination liabilities, and jurisdiction changes. Look at the processing layout on your screen right now. The AI agent scans a 30-page international client contract in 4.7 seconds. It skips the conversational filler and instantly isolates Clause 14, a hidden operational trap stating that any operational dispute must be settled inside the client's domestic court under their local jurisdiction rules. The synthetic attorney flags it in bright red. Identifying the structural risk is only half the execution. The pipeline automatically triggers Agent 2, the negotiator node. It references your non-resident US LLC guidelines and rewrites Clause 14, replacing the localized court traps with a standard international arbitration protocol settled outside both domestic territories. The contract is corrected before a human attorney could even open the file. Traditional law partners tell you that legal work requires human empathy and deep moral synthesis. They say this to preserve their billable hour models. Corporate contract auditing is not an art, it is a pattern matching game. It is the mathematical alignment of terms against predefined corporate parameters. And in pattern matching, computational infrastructure will always beat the human eye. By implementing this autonomous legal shield, your staffless empire achieves total operational velocity. You sign enterprise clients, protect your non-resident structures, and neutralize hidden liabilities on autopilot. But securing your paperwork is only the defensive baseline. If you want to render your cloud asset completely untouchable, you must deploy the second, more aggressive layer of technical security. The pipeline does not just defend, it proactively constructs your entire legal front end. When a new B2B client closes an automation license agreement on your front-end interface, The system routes their corporate database registry through a webhook into Google Docs or a custom PDF generator API. A hyper-optimized, legally binding master services agreement is drafted and populated with 0 human keystrokes. Once the document engine finishes compiling the contractual terms, Node 3 automatically triggers a digital signature protocol using APIs like Signwell or DocuSign. The client receives a clean, tailored signature link in their inbox. The entire compliance cycle, from onboarding to final legal execution, is finalized while you are fast asleep or developing new code. Let us audit the financial framework of a synthetic legal department. A traditional multi-client digital business spends an average of $6,000 to $8,000 annually on reactive retainer fees and contract drafting. In our staffless operational matrix, the cost is purely computational, under $5 a month in basic API processing tokens. Your legal protection costs less than a cup of coffee. The greatest operational risk for online payment infrastructures is fraudulent chargebacks or payment disputes. The synthetic attorney solves this by creating a proactive evidence pipeline. The minute a client attempts to open a commercial dispute on Stripe, your backend automation collects their log interactions, server execution timestamps, and signed cloud contracts, immediately building an airtight legal defense file to present to the financial institution. Global corporate tax compliance and internet regulations update continuously across international borders. Instead of spending your biological energy reading thousands of pages of text, you connect an autonomous scraping script to international corporate registers. The moment a critical policy change is announced regarding non-resident LLC structures, the script flags the deviation and alerts your primary system interface. Traditional attorneys insist that executing corporate litigation or dispute resolutions requires your physical presence inside a physical courtroom. This is obsolete consensus bias. The international digital infrastructure operates under modern electronic statutes. By utilizing non-resident structures and clear cloud agreements, your physical presence remains completely disconnected from localized administrative friction. The ultimate form of legal defense is not a well-written paragraph, it is a hard-coded software rule. In your staffless enterprise, you don't chase clients who default on their bills with expensive threat letters. You simply configure your licensing system to automatically revoke API access the moment a payment fails. The system enforces its own terms without an ounce of human drama. By converting the legal framework from an emotional human debate into an automated mathematical filter, you remove all psychological anxiety from your business model. You stop treating legal compliance as a dangerous obstacle and start using it as a deliberate competitive advantage that leaves slow, human-dependent competitors behind. Your staffless digital empire is now completely sealed. Your B2B assets generate strong capital, your 3-bucket strategy protects it, your non-resident structure optimizes it, and your autonomous legal pipeline makes it resilient. You have successfully engineered a complete economic operating system. In the final block of this technical infrastructure chapter, I will deliver the exact system prompts used to configure the negotiator node, reveal the long-term mathematical viability of automated legal operations, and open the final loop that ties this entire framework together. To ensure your negotiator node never introduces illegal language or conflicts with international arbitration standards, you must embed a zero-tolerance guardrail. The command sequence reads, if an incoming clause deviates from non-resident US LLC frameworks, delete the section entirely and replace it with Section 4.2 of the International Cloud Standard. Do not generate alternative pros. Let us calculate the competitive advantage over a 12-month sales cycle. A traditional agency loses up to 40% of enterprise deal velocity during contract negotiations because human legal teams move slowly. Your staffless infrastructure closes agreements, executes red lines, and secures upfront revenue in minutes. The traditional business world operates like a slow, bloated bureaucracy because it values manual processes over computational efficiency. It wants you to believe legal safety requires physical stamps, expensive leather folders, and endless billable hours. The sovereign entrepreneur cuts through the theater and deploys automated logic instead. Rethink your definition of asset protection. Wealth is not just about increasing revenue, it is about minimizing exposure to unnecessary system friction. By placing an autonomous legal filter between your company and the marketplace, you ensure every dollar you earn remains protected inside your long-term investment strategy. When your back-end workflows automatically handle customer disputes, generate master service agreements, and secure your digital infrastructure, business anxiety disappears. You are no longer reacting to emergencies. You become a system architect watching an autonomous engine defend itself. The modern blueprint has now been fully revealed. You possess the framework to generate B2B income, allocate and protect capital, and automate your legal infrastructure. The transition from traditional worker to sovereign system owner is no longer a mystery. The old corporate model survives because people remain intimidated by the illusion of complexity. Break that dependency today. Subscribe to this channel, activate notifications, and comment the word "shield" below to show you're building a modern automated business. We have completed the entire technical infrastructure. From exposing fake guru myths to building production-ready automation systems and securing a global digital business with autonomous legal protection, you now hold a practical blueprint for economic independence. But once your cloud business is insulated from legal and tax friction, a new challenge emerges. How to automate international banking, optimize currency conversions, and move capital between global accounts with almost zero operational delay. To make this entire legal infrastructure worthwhile, you first need a reliable source of recurring revenue. Click the video on your screen now, where I break down the exact 45-minute AI challenge that can help you build your first digital asset from scratch.